Let's start off with a story out of New York City via Washington, D.C. Yeah. The D.C. Police Department is running recruitment ads on New York City subway trains targeting Gen Z and millennials, inviting gamers, techies, foodies, and influencers to, quote, join us. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all are doing way too much. First of all, you're outsourcing to New York for one thing. But more importantly, how you going to reach out to Gen Z and millennials in the most 20th century way possible? Get some ads on social media. How you relying on people looking up from their phones on the train? I've ridden the New York City train before. It's a goal to never look up. Now, I could see targeting techies and even gamers since cops need to stay up on technology, but foodies, influencers, imagine an influencer cop out here just posting selfies on Instagram like going undercover, BRB. That's what we doing? This tweet says it all. An influencer cop is the type of terror our world does not need. And what kind of crime is a foodie gonna stop? I need to know that. What kind of, unless it happened in my kitchen, they ain't stopping no crime. Now I could see it being, I don't know, like a TV or something like that, TV show, you know, in the criminal justice system, trash food offenses are considered especially heinous. These are their stories. Now, if Dick Wolf steals my idea and creates Law and Order SPU, Sophisticated Pallets Unit, then I'm suing. Now, I picked this next story out of Mexico because it's right on the theme and it could affect everything from bougie brunches to Chipotle runs. Avocados could soon be in short supply as the U.S. temporarily suspended imports of the fruit from Mexico, yes, the fruit, due to the threat of cartel violence. The U.S. imports nearly 20 million avocados a day, by the way, from the country.
The U.S. has stopped all imports of Mexican avocados until further notice after an American inspector in Mexico received a threatening message.
If we don't solve this in the next 3 weeks, it's going to impact us for a couple of years to come.
A couple years, all of that? All it took was one threat to put everybody's avocado toast at risk? Guac just upgraded to caviar status. Now, I don't know if Mexican cartels want that smoke with an army of angry Karens. They might want to storm the compound like, come on, ceviche, may I speak to the manager? They're not giving up brunch without a fight. I can tell you that right now. Now, I chose this next story out of Moscow because it's petty on a global scale. Russian President Vladimir Putin was pictured shaking hands and sitting next to Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro just days after he met with French President Emmanuel Macron from across an absurdly long white table. Putin basically said, hey, Jair, you're cool, Manny, not so much. Now, the petty plot thickens as Macron sat so far away from Putin because he refused to take a series of PCR-type COVID tests because he was concerned about Russia getting a hold of his DNA. This is a mutually distrustful relationship. Of course, it'll probably go on for quite some time, like most mutually distrustful relationships. Now, Putin heard this and said, oh, word, Frenchie, enjoy yelling from across the room. Hell hath no fury like a dictator's ego. Now, I wouldn't want them to have my DNA either if I were Macron. I'd be scared they would clone me and replace me with a Manchurian candidate Macron 2.0. And in my case, Comrade Reese would then go on to win Winter Olympic medals. Maybe I watch too many sci-fi movies or, you know, the actual Olympics, but the fact remains that this visual is hilarious. Does Putin even own any normal size tables? Now, I picked this last story from right here in DC because it's just so inspiring. The University of the District of Columbia is working to raise $2 million in a memorial campaign for Edwin Bancroft Henderson, dubbed the grandfather of black basketball. Now, Henderson is credited with introducing the sport of basketball to DC's black residents back in 1907. Now, close your eyes. Not me, because I need to make eye contact with you. But imagine a basketball world with no Kevin Durant, no Elgin Baylor, no Steve Francis, no Adrian Dantley, no me sitting on the Marlboro Boys and Girls Club bench. E.B. Henderson saved us from all of that. DC is a hotbed of basketball talent, and we have Dr. Henderson to thank. Henderson, by the way, was an alum of a precursor school to UDC, and the fundraiser aims to create a scholarship and rename the university sports complex after Dr. Henderson, and to establish a permanent memorial in his honor on campus. Now, I don't have a bunch of jokes about this. I just think it's fantastic and people should know about it. My favorite story, Y'all know it's the DC Police Department's attempts to recruit influencer cops from New York. It's got to be. You're about to have a whole class of recruits TikToking about not being able to find good pizza in the city. But will it be the cake of the week? You'll have to stay tuned to find out.